Hi, welcome to Yellow Slate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today, we have Mr. Sashank, whose kid is studying in Open Minds Birla International School in Kollur. Let's talk to him and understand his perspective about the school. Can you tell us your overall opinion about the school before we get into the other details of it?
Yeah, I mean, my kid's been going to Open Minds since he was a kid, as in he was probably like 2.5, 3 years old. And I think one of the main things that I really like about the school is discipline. For me personally, I think knowledge-wise, if somebody wants to learn something, YouTube, you can just run them through some YouTube videos, or you can teach them something at home itself. But discipline is something that they have to learn at school, and something that they need to follow, especially with friends and with the respecting teachers, elders, and all of that. I find that it's very well managed in the school in terms of the way they handle children. And one of the core aspects that I always liked is when he was really small, like 2-3 years or first pre-primary basically. I don't remember the age, but so when we drop him off at the school, right? I saw that all the ayahs there, or didis they call them, sorry. So all the didis and even the teachers, they greeted all the children. Now, what really was great about that is all the teachers and didis knew all the children by name. So there were 400, maybe 300 children in that school. It was Globetrotters. Yes, now I remember. It was Globetrotters. So at that point in time, so they knew everybody by name, and that really meant a lot, right? Obviously they're giving enough attention to the children. It's not just about attention; it's that they make an effort to feel the child, to make the child feel like they're welcome, which is a good thing. And one major aspect for me was that he always liked going to school more than anything. So as a parent, it makes my life so much easier just to drop him. He's happy to go to school. Even now, he doesn't want to stay home. He wants to go to school, have fun, learn anything he likes.
Superb. And Shashank, can you tell us which class is your kid going to, and also the fee structure of the school?
Yeah, right now, he's in 4th grade. The overall fee structure right now is about 3 lakhs, I think, per annum. Out of that, I think 50,000 is for the transport, which I believe varies according to the distance. And for food, they charge about 35-40K, and the rest is tuition fee. And we typically pay per quarter.
Got it.
Or per term. Yeah.
And which curriculum is your kid going to?
He is in CBSE. I think up to 4th grade, they have a common curriculum. And that's when from 4th onwards, you either have to choose the international one or a CBSE one. So I chose CBSE.
Okay. And speaking about the academic orientation of the school, how happy are you about it?
I'm extremely happy, and that's one of the reasons I chose Birla Open Minds. The thing is, with Birla Open Minds, the curriculum and everything is set up by Birla EduTech, and that's a pretty reliable name in the education industry, right? With what I found with other schools is that, typically schools, when you join your kid, they're all good. Most of the schools are good when they start off, right, in the first 5 years or whatever. But some of the schools maintain those standards and some of them don't. So it's like a gamble that I didn't want to play with, because I wanted my kid to continue schooling in the same school for the entire education years, from 1st to 10th. So I wasn't sure which school to put him in, Birla EduTech gave me that confidence that because they manage the entire curriculum, teacher training, and all of that. At least they have certain standards that all the schools follow, and the way the curriculum is set. Even I've seen that the material that's been sent to the school, like what needs to be the classwork, and the amount of effort that goes into actually creating that curriculum is pretty good. So that's one of the main reasons that I chose Birla Open Minds over other schools.
Great. And can you talk to us about the infrastructure facilities and also the food that is being served at the school?
Yeah, the infrastructure wise, I think the school is big enough. It's big and it's away from the city, which is a relief for me. So it's in Kollur. The campus is pretty big. They have a huge ground. I think they have big enough ground for football. They have a running track. And for small children, they have play area, they have an auditorium, and I like the open layout of the canteen. So when my kid was moving to Kollur, they invited us to have a lunch over there with the children, or not with all of them, but like taste the food that was available. So I kind of liked it. I mean, yeah, I would prefer him eating home food, but I don't think it's in any way bad. It's pretty good, so I'm not really worried about his food. They manage pretty well. The variety of items and the kind of items they give children is pretty nice. I think.
Got
So
it.
I'm happy on that.
And since you seem to be pretty happy or broadly happy with the school, but if you have to be critical and tell the areas that the school can still get better at, what would you tell?
Well, that's a hard one, honestly. Well, I mean, this is something that's probably, I don't know, some parents might agree, some parents may not agree with me on this, but early on, right, in the early years, they didn't have real competition in the schools. I guess that's the case with most of the schools these days, where they don't have this ranking system. I'm not talking about specific school year, but generally the education system, I wish it was different because it kind of gives you an incentive to perform better, if you ask me. Because if you don't have that ranking system, you don't know where you're in the class, where you stand, how much effort you need to put. Yeah, that I get the concept of you got to improve yourself all the time, but at the end of the day, no matter which school they go to, once they get out of this whole education from first to 12th, it's a competitive world out there. So they have to be better prepared for that. I think that's probably something that I really wish would change. Have that competitive spirit alive. And I'm not talking about putting them under stress, but at least they should know, where they stand and what they can do to get better at it. And other than that, I really don't have too many complaints. I'm happy with the school. One of the other reasons that I continue sending my kid to Birla Open Minds is the principal. I think her name is Kollur ma'am. So she's been pretty. She ensures that the entire school is disciplined. The teachers, the didis, and all the children. So they all have a healthy respect for her. So do the kids, which I really like. And she's very strict about the timings, the discipline, and the way they organize everything. So that's one good thing. Yeah, I think I don't have too many complaints actually. I mean, education-wise, I think my kid is learning enough in school. Again, obviously, you'll have to put in some effort at home as well, no matter how much they teach in school. But I think I'm overall very happy with the way things are happening in school.
And if you have to rate your happiness on scale of 10, like how likely are you to recommend the school to someone from your peers?
I would say at least a 9. At least a 9.
Nice.
Yeah, the thing is they still have to carry that huge bag with the books and all. But it's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. So they anyways go in the bus, so they don't have to carry it that long. But yeah, I wish they kind of reduced the load a little bit, but that's all right.
Great. Thank you so much, Shashank, for your time. A lot of inputs and information and feedback that you give will be of great help for a lot of parents who are looking for good schools in the area of financial district, Kollur and Gachibowli.